A very good morning to you. This is the Talk of the Town. Our guest this morning is a economic research analyst at the Advocate Institute, Pasan Wijayawardhana. Very good morning to you, Pasan, and welcome to the Talk of the Town. Pasan, could you tell me, the rupee is sort of strengthening and the exchange rate in terms of dollars is coming down, but the prices are not coming down. How long before this new exchange rate kicks in and you see a gradual return to a lower prices in terms of all sorts of items?
So it's like this, Mr. Faraz. Basically, I'm perceiving two major reasons why prices are not moving down, even though there is a kind of a rupee appreciation. The first thing is an artificial scenario. The second thing is natural phenomenon. Okay, so let's just start from these natural phenomenon.
Yeah.
So economic theories, Mr. Faraz, economic theories are clearly mentioning that always the rate at which these prices are moving down is slow or lesser than the rate at which rupee is appreciating. Okay, that means if rupee appreciated today, we can't expect prices to be gone down tomorrow or day after tomorrow or next week or something like that. So that's happening even in the normal markets as well. Some of the three-wheel drivers are saying that even though prices of the fuel went down today, tomorrow we can't change the meters. So that's also practical. Now, for an example, to take an example from a shoe seller, right? Suppose shoe seller or shoe producer is producing a kind of a shoe today, but he has already purchased different kinds of leathers or imported leather.
Well, it can't be imported anymore.
Yeah. Suppose they have already imported.
So what you're saying is a manufacturer would have already bought his stock at a higher rate.
Yeah.
And therefore, we must allow time for these things to be sold, and then we may find a gradual reduction in prices.
Reduction. If they have already purchased at 360 rupees, now the dollar is 280 or 290. So now they can't give that 70 rupee advantage at this moment. They can give it with the time.
But with Nandalal, we're seeing a governor central bank, encouraging the free rate, if you like. Isn't there a danger that when official rate now for a dollar is less than 300, isn't there a danger that expatriate brothers and sisters will actually send only less money? They'll hold the dollars back, or they'll send it through the undials. What will happen?
Anyway, market should operate freely. That's our personal ideology. Market shouldn't be intervened by the government too much. If it happened, that market will be an inefficient market. That is relevant for the good market as well as that is relevant for the dollar market as well. So the price of the dollar or this exchange rate must be determined by the demand and supply forces of the dollars. That's my personal ideology. But sometimes this free floating of the dollar rate is not good at a kind of a crisis situation. Now, we are in a crisis situation. We are still coming back to the situation, but still we are in a recovering process. So in this process, if this dollar rate fluctuate too much, that will be a disadvantage for the exporters as well as for the people who are earning dollars.
What do you think, though? Can we have a timeline? Do you think the prices will start coming down in 2 or 3 months, 4 months, 5 months?
Yeah, most of the times people are still asking when can we come back to the situation like in 2019. Okay, in 2019 inflation rate was at around 4% to 6%. According to central bank predictions, they are saying that by the end of this year, most of the times by the beginning of 2024, they can bring the inflation rates to the single digit number. Because of that, we can keep positive hopes, but simultaneously, I want to mention that in that particular report, which was issued by the central bank on June 1st, they mentioned that this is just a prediction or projection, not a promise, not a commitment.
Well, the last bit is pretty good because it's not what our politicians tell us. They always tell us all sorts of things which they can't deliver. Anyway, Pasan, thank you very much for being on the Talk of the Town this morning. It's now time to rejoin Domina Sanka on the wonderful Morning Fix.